Hey, Low Riders, it's me, Lois. Happy Wednesday. And I'm here today to talk about LaTisha Scott, okay? LaTisha be getting on my dang nerves. I tried to like LaTisha. I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt. I tried because she is Marcel's wife, and y'all know that I love me some Marcel, okay? My two favorite people on the show are Melody Shari and Marcel Scott, okay? So now that we got that out the way, let's start with this bull crap about. Let's call a thing a thing. Let's start about this. Talk about this bullshit on this girl's vacation. How LaTisha felt that she was more deserving of the room that she received, knowing full well she was stabbing Melody in the back the entire time. She planned to bring DestiPhony on this trip from the moment Melody's invitations were pulled out of those bottles. She didn't give it a second thought. She didn't think about it. She didn't say, well, maybe I shouldn't do that. She didn't have a conversation with her husband. She didn't talk to nobody but Kimmi about it. And them two bitches, yes, I call them bitches, okay, plotted against Melody. And now they both in their feelings. And LaTisha, why of all people, thought that she deserved more from Melody when for seasons, yes, my phone is shaking because I have my notes here. Sorry about that, guys. For seasons, she has been coming after Melody. Since season one, she has been coming after Melody. It's like when they were talking about the comeback group. She was there making faces because Kimmi really wanted to make it a go. We already know Martell didn't want to work with them because he believed that they were shady. And as the seasons progress, we have seen how shady they've been. Now, Marceau has learned a little bit, but Maurice, he ain't learned a damn thing, okay? Now, I remember in the earlier seasons when Melody and LaTisha was sitting down having that little tea at the little tea shop, and they were trying to have a conversation, but LaTisha was taking digs about Melody's man cheating and so forth and so on. And then Melody told her, well, you might want to pull up on your husband and see what he's doing if he out at 4 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock, alleged, and in my opinion, with some actual and factual. And LaTisha got highly offended. And she gonna tell Melody about the matching BMWs. Now that was a nasty, nasty thing that you did, LaTisha. Very nasty. Okay. Melody recovered from that. She still tried to give you grace and she still tried to be respectful for you. Then you went on a national tour talking about Melody was trying to ruin your marriage. Okay? And I want to know when the flipping dip did that happen, LaTisha. Because from what I understand, Martell was the one that said that Marcel was sleeping with 20 women. Melody never said that. Then at that point you started making up lies about her. Everything you heard about her that was bad, you believed it. You jumped on any and every bandwagon that had something negative to say about Melody because in your own words she was trying to ruin your marriage when she never said anything about your marriage, okay? She just told you what you needed to do because that's probably what she did, alleged, and in my opinion was some actual and factual. Then you were upset. You at her house. You and Kimmi are at Melody's house, feet under her table, drinking her champagne and her top of the line food, getting massages, which is something you probably never had done for you in your home, or your husband never treated you to anything like that. And you jumped on the bandwagon with Kimmi calling Mel bougie. Now, why does she have to be bougie? Because she can afford to do things that you can't do. That doesn't make her bougie. That makes her wealthy and able to afford things that she can afford. Okay? And then you formed an alliance with Kimmi, basically telling Kimmi that she needed, you understood that her and Melody were trying to build a friendship, and you understood that, but Kimmi needs to side with you no matter what. If I'm wrong, you side with me. If I'm right, you side with me. If I'm indifferent, you side with me. You never take Melody's side against me. And that's what you said to her, alleged, and in my opinion, with some actual and factual. I'm just twisting the words, but that's the allegiance and alliance you wanted from Kimmi Scott, who fell into your trap, hook, line, and sinker. And now that is why she is where she's at, standing next to you on the balcony outside in a beautiful tropical island and fussing about a damn room because y'all decided to form an allegiance against Melody Shari. And neither one of you heifers have ever elevated to the status of Melody Shari. And yes, you know that Melody will put together, okay? But you guys have been so envious of her that you can't even see past the smoke that's coming out of your ears and your nose and your mouth and your eyes because you're so envious of her success. You're so envious of the adoration that we, the people, give to Melody. You're so envious of her business successes with Jay Bolin and her clothing line with Jay Bolin, her home accessories line, her makeup and skincare line and a body care line and all of that. You're so envious of that. You're envious that she can put together in 2.5 and it be great and people will attend. You guys are envious of all these things, but you chose an alliance against this woman. And had you chose to be friends and really put stuff on the back burner, like you said, because you keep saying we working on it. Okay, here we are 95 years later and you still working on it. Melody is done with you heifers, okay? She done with the shenanigans, okay? Because y'all doing too much at this point. Now let's get back to my notes. You failed to send Melody an invite to Kimmi's bridal party. You sent it, then you rescinded it, and then you lied and said you did, and then Melody showed the proof, and then you said, I don't know what happened. You know what the fuck happened. You did not want Melody Shari to be there, period. So think about it. Okay? You were instrumental in keeping her away from the group of women. Then you said Mel cheated too, and none of this stuff I'm saying is in order. None of it is in order. Mel cheated too. And mind you, this is based on Martell's lies that Mel cheated too. You know what I'm saying? But you sat there and repeated it severally. You repeated that lie like you were really trying to make yourself believe it. And you wonder why you got the room that you got, huh? Okay. And then you claim Mel tried to ruin. Oh, I already talked about that. There was an incident in a parking lot where your mother, Wanda, was talking to Melody and basically telling her how she feels bad for what she's going through and so forth and so on. And you came over there like a red hot hen talking about, why you doing that? She got her own mother, boopity, boppity, blippity, bloppity, blue. You were hot under the collar because your mama was talking to Melody Shari. And you wouldn't admit that. So what you proceeded to do, alleged and in my opinion with some actual and factual, is sit your mama down and tell her the same thing that you told Kimmi. Look, your allegiance is to me. It should always be to me. And if I'm against Melody or I have something bad to say against Melody, you need to be riding with me because you my mama. She got her own mama and she don't need you riding for her. Again, you want to know why you in the room that you in. You thought that you should be treated better than that. But in the interim, look how you're treating Melody. Look how you've been treating Melody. Look how you'll probably always treat Melody. Because at this juncture, she is done with you heifers. Okay? And then you wanted Melody to donate her time to the Expo and didn't think that she was worthy of being paid, but yet you're going to steal her gems and use them and act like you really didn't want to hear nothing that she had to say. But Marcel was taking notes because Marcel is smart. No matter what he said about Melody and selling T-shirts, he know that Melody can fucking sell ice to Eskimos and seals, okay? So, you all in your feelings, acting like I don't care what this witch say, because I'm not going to listen to nothing she say anyway. And then you turned around and used her ideas. And you wonder why you got the room that you got. Okay. And then you knew Martell was cheating and had a baby on Melody, and then you gonna turn around and mention something to the fact of you had a baby with that man after he cheated on you. You mean her husband, Martell Holt, who she was married to at the time and having sex? Okay, you mean her husband, the man she was trying to work on her marriage with? You mean the man that she was laying down with every night and had been married to several years? You mean that man? It's not like she was going out with another man having sex and just willy-nilly having babies. She had a baby with her husband at that time. And you made it seem like Melody Shari was whoring out in the streets with her husband. Like she was the motherfucking side chick and not the side chick. And you wonder why you got the room you got. Okay. Okay. And then you said just because your husband had an affair and a bunch of side chicks, don't take it out on everybody else. Alleged, in my opinion, was some actual and factual. I did not see Melody taking anything out on you or anyone else on the cast in regards to Martell cheating on her. Melody handled her business, and she handled it silently because nobody had her back when she was going through all of this emotions. She sat down with you guys at that event, and Martell called her a whore to her name again, called her a whore. And she sat there in tears, and you were just grinning in the background, smirking, because you thought that shit was funny. That her marriage was imploding and you were still married. And that's why you got the room that you got, LaTisha. Okay, in case you haven't figured it out now. That is why you got the room that you got. Is there anything else you need to know? Okay. You said, when y'all was sitting on the beach and Melody basically poured her heart out to y'all. Y'all was having that therapy thing on the beach. And she poured her heart out to you. You literally said you don't believe her. It's bullshit. Called her a liar, alleged, in my opinion, was some actual and factual. And had the nerve to go home to your husband and twist the whole entire story. And he checked your ass and told you, LaTisha, you started that shit. You lit the match. You keep saying you want to work on shit, but every time you get a chance, you take a dig and stick that knife in Melody a little deeper and twist it. He said, you need to make that shit right. And you didn't agree with him, and you twisting up your face and all this other nonsense that you got going on. And then Black closes down. You blamed it on the millimeters. You couldn't spot a millimeter if they were standing right in front of your face, LaTisha Scott. You don't know what a millimeter looks like. You just running with the shit that Carlos told y'all to do and just blame it on the damn millimeters. Now one of y'all know what a fucking millimeter is, because every time y'all try to identify a millimeter, it ends up being someone who does not identify as a millimeter. Y'all don't know what a fucking millimeter is, so I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up with that. And again, that's why you got the room that you got, okay? All right, and then you was like, I have never been on a girls' trip like this. Girl, you probably never been on a girls' trip that anybody of Melody Shari's caliber has planned before. You've probably been on girls' trips, but they were so low vibrational and low budget, you guys were just happy. And you were happy because your husband's allowed you to leave the house and not have to watch the kids and not have to cook and clean and not have to take care of everything while they're out gallivanting around the state or the world. In Africa, can we say Africa? Alleged, in my opinion, with some actual and factual. And that is why you got the room that you got, LaTisha. Okay, and then the worst part about it is you're saying that DestiPhony is a part of this friend group and this circle. First of all, what friend group? Because none of y'all are friends with Melody Shari. None of you. Every single one of you bitches has stabbed her in the back multiple times, severally. I'm sure that Melody has spent some nights shedding tears about the treatment that you guys have given her. But then, after she cried and she prayed, she stood up stronger. Her back became straighter and straighter and stronger, and her legs became stronger. And she was able to stand up to anything that you witches threw at her. And what damn circle? What circle? Because now at this point, you the one sounding like the bougie, call it or hopping on the bandwagon with Kimmi calling her bougie, talking about this circle. What damn circle? Circle of women hating on Melody because she's very successful and everything she touches turns to gold, and every time you guys say something, she takes that and makes money off of it. I'm going to need you to go sit down somewhere in that goddamn room in the basement, in the corner, in the back, and shut the fuck up and just do what you do, which is lie, number one, and number two, form an allegiance and alliance against Melody Shari. So continue to do that. Don't pretend that you guys are friends or frenemies. Yeah, you're not even frenemies. I'm sorry. You're not even frenemies. You're not even associates at this juncture. You used to be associates. You used to be friends first, but then you associates. And then when you guys decided to ride Martell's coattails and take his back over everything that he did to this woman, it shows me that you don't give a fuck about Melody Shari no matter what she went through. And especially after I seen how you treated your family, your own family, who came on the Houston trip by invitation of Lernell Fletcher, and you put the entire blame on Melody Shari for absolutely no goddamn reason. No damn reason. And you knew it wasn't Melody's fault, but you wanted to blame Melody. You are not working on your relationship with Melody. Let's just go ahead and say that there thing that you think that you working on, that shit is done. Melody's done with you people. She ain't got no time for your bullshit. She's doing things that are elevating her and truly showing us black excellence. She don't give a fuck about you, LaTisha. She don't give a fuck about you, Kimmi. She don't give a fuck about you, DestiPhony. And she damn sure don't give a fuck about you, LaTisha. Which I think you should have shut the fuck up in the first place, because you didn't have a nickel in that quarter and didn't even know what the fuck is going on, talking about what Melody should have did with her motherfucking money. Sit your ass down somewhere. But low riders, that's all I got to say in this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Please get down in these comments and tell me what you think about this video. I know it is a little long and y'all not used to the long videos. I am trying to keep your attention, so please bear with me and don't tell me what you think, okay? I love you guys so much. Wakanda forever. Mwah. Peace. All right now.